Welcome to the Top Team. I'm your host, Seth the Dart Child.
I'm your host, twinsinc.
Our show is about two guys and any friends that happen to come over with a topic that we want to chop up.
This is our Barbershop style podcast. We discuss it all. If the fellas at the shop will go in on it, we will. Let's chop it up.
We back.
What's up, everybody? Welcome
Ladies
to
and
the
gentlemen,
top.
I hope you're doing good today.
So far.
We have our first topic that somebody want us to chop up for 2022. For the safety of the person, I'm going to keep the name discreet.
Yeah.
But there's a woman that...
Wait. Yeah. We ain't even going to tell nobody. Her name is Takesha. Keep going. I was just playing nobody named Takesha.
Yeah. But we have a topic here we're going to talk about. But it's going to be a 5-part series because there's so many things we have to chop down. So first off, the topic is, why don't men understand things from a woman's perspective? Actually, that right there, we got to chop that up by itself, just the topic alone. And we have about 4 other points, but it's going to be part 1 of 5. Once again, the topic is, why don't men understand things from a woman's perspective, right?
Yeah.
And once again, I just want to say this, that I'm always welcoming any woman to be on the show with us. When the person after present the show to me, I say, hey, do you want to join us on the show? Of course, they decline. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you hear the show, don't be like, oh, let me get. Please join us. We would love you to have you on the show. Email me at thechopteam@gmail.com. Go to Instagram, slide in my DM for the Chop Team or even twinsinc. We can set this up, but we'd love to have any woman on the show. You don't have to be the person who present the topic, but you could probably speak from a woman's point of view.
Which would be awesome.
Which would be great. We love to have you on the show every Sunday, 3 p.m.-ish. We have episodes. It drops on the major platforms, 7 a.m. Mondays, every Monday. So anyway, let's get right to it. Set our child. Once again, I'm ready to topic again so we understand what we're talking about today. Why don't men understand things from a woman's perspective?
Okay, well, you want to start?
I think we have activated Seth the Dark Child today. No, you ain't activated yet?
I'm not. I'll try to listen.
He's warming up.
Without being smart, honestly, why don't men understand things from a woman's perspective? Okay, if we wanted to end the show right now, it would be with this sentence. Because we're men. You're you, we are us. We are different. So,
I mean, I agree with that, right? But no, we want to add some more meat and potatoes to the conversation. We're not going to end it there, right? Now, when you say how come we don't understand the woman's perspective, my thing is this: what is the woman's perspective? Where do men, or I'll say this, where do young boys who become teenagers, then become men, learn the perspectives of a woman? What class is that in? Who is supposed to teach us to how to understand women?
And another question, as far as that, these perspectives of women, are they likely to change arbitrarily at random intervals? Will what I understand from your perspective be the same thing next week as it is today?
Is there a perspective that's across the board? Like, is there a standard perspective from a woman that's standard across the board? Because if every woman has her own perspective on things, we'll never be able to understand, because everyone thinks differently. Men and women, we all think differently. We move differently. We see things differently. We comprehend, understands differently. So for us to say how come men, as a general statement, why don't men understand a woman's perspective? You have to give us something to go on. So meat and potatoes. Now, mind you, we have a lot of points from going from there, but we're talking about this one right here because the topic alone needs to be broken down.
Yeah.
As a man, like, for me, I'm like, what does that mean? What does that look like? And when I said before, who's teaching boys about the woman perspective? And what, how do we learn this?
Exactly.
Like, I'm almost just wake up one day and say, hey, I figure it out. I figure out how to figure a woman out.
That's their perspective right there. No,
it just don't work.
No, I want to say this. Shout out to Kevin Samuels from what I'm about to say.
The Godfather.
He said something recently.
What did he say?
He said men and women brains operate on different frequencies. He said a woman's brain is like a ball of spaghetti. All of it, past, present, future, facts, figures, feelings, all of it is just weirdly balled up, and all of it touches everything else. It's just chaotic, right? And I'll be honest with you, I've had these conversations with a number of ladies. Your perspective, I've had a conversation literally where we were talking about this fact right here. It went over here to something happened years ago. We started talking about something that happened to her moms that didn't have anything to do with the conversation we was at. And then we came back to where we started, and her perspective and her statements changed from the initial statement. I had no idea what the hell I was at in that whole conversation, right? Men, on the other hand, Kevin Samuels' analogy again, said that men's mind are like waffles. We compartmentalize the separate facts into logical blocks so that we can analyze it. My relationship, this conversation, all the facts and figures, let's say about computers, go in this box. All the facts about football go in this box. All the facts about cars go in this box. And I rarely need to walk out of this box to talk about this box. I don't need to talk about what my mother is doing on Christmas Day with her new dog and boyfriend, even though my sister's pregnant, to talk about a car. I don't need that. So until your perspectives come to the point where we are talking about a topic that is being discussed right here, we can't keep up most of the time. That's as simple as it gets. If we're talking about, we can't talk about, I'll give you some examples.
Before you give some examples, I had to look up, aka Google, what is the female. Oh, no, I'm not talking to you.
They're always listening.
Your phone's always listening, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful what you say and do. But anyway, as what is the female's perspective? And it states here, the female perspective is a compilation of tasks.
That means various and multi.
Exhibitions, lectures, performance, and screens that took place during a year-long exhibition of contributing more than 24 hours in writers.
I'm sorry, I got dizzy.
Yeah.
I got dizzy.
Yeah. So I mean, this pretty much it's a compilation of tasks. Meaning that there's a lot of things that go to someone's head. Everyone thinks differently. So once again, you ask me how come I don't understand a woman's perspective, I can't barely understand this definition he read to me about a woman's perspective.
Because listen, I think once in the past, I think I was under some powerful painkillers because I was sick.
Let me look up
perspective. And I was a whole bunch of weird stuff was going through my mind. I think for that moment in time, I understood a woman's perspective. It took very powerful painkillers to put me in that position, along with some physical pain and discomfort. I understood.
Okay. I found another edition. Another definition. And this is Oxford Languages, right? And I had to go to the second definition of it. It's a particular attitude towards a way of regarding something, a point of view.
Got you.
So once again, it's all based on your opinion, your points that you have, but there's nothing factual to stand on there. It's pretty much how you see it.
Exactly.
If I'm looking at his bottle right now, and I see clear water, right? You may look at it and say, "Well, it ain't clear. It's really like a little yellowish. It ain't clear. It's not white." You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's my point of view. That's how I see it. How are we gonna argue that? And that's what it comes down to, woman's perspective. I can't argue something that's how you see it.
I got it. No. A couple weeks ago, I had a conversation with the person of the other gender. It was about how do we have a conversation if we can't agree on basic facts? Your point of view, whether I like your point of view or not, the question right now, it's a clear sky outside. On a clear sky, the sky is blue, right? Now, there are multiple shades of blue. I'll give you that part. But we can all agree that the sky is blue. If my favorite color is orange and your favorite color is green, doesn't matter. My perspective doesn't matter. We have to be able to agree on some basic things that might be true and factual before we can move a conversation forward. The sky is blue. And if we spend 30 minutes arguing about the color,
it's actually light blue.
We're not going to move the conversation. And men, now this is men specific here, when we get to a point where we've been arguing over something that does not make sense, it didn't move the conversation along, we stop arguing. What's the point of talking to somebody that can't get past the color blue?
Right. If we can't get to a common ground of understanding, we'll never be able to understand your perspective.
Yeah. Yesterday in the car, another personal example. Yesterday in the car, I had my mother in the car with me. There was a white truck that took a weird turn and made the other car hit the horn before he got onto the interstate. And I said, man, that driver of the white truck is crazy. She was like, I don't think it's white. Is it like eggshell or it look off white? Is it just, and I was like, that had nothing to do with the actions of the driver that I commented on. She got focused on the color. I don't know what her perspective is. I don't know what her point of view is. She got focused on the color instead of the action that almost caused the accident. That didn't even register. The color of the truck was more important than the actual physical actions that almost caused the accident.
Right. Not like, I'm glad he didn't hit us or nothing like that or cause an accident. We'd be messed up. So no, it was not white. It's like eggshell. Really?
I stopped talking. I was like,
shut down.
Yeah, we're done.
You're done. and that's it right there, ladies and gentlemen. You need to understand. If you want a man to understand your perspective, you need to stop. Listen, you got to come with some facts. We got to argue some fact stuff. Don't argue a perspective because that's how you think. I can't take the way you think.
Nope, I can't.
I can't. Listen, I have conversations, debates, whatever you want to have it all the time. Mm-hmm. When someone starts speaking on, well, this is my opinion. You can have it. Why? I don't argue opinions. Everyone can have an opinion. If you feel that Michael Jordan is the best player of all time, hey, that's your opinion. I might say LeBron James is the best all time, but that's my opinion. We're not going to argue why my opinion, I feel he's better than this and that's why. That's my opinion. Now, we talk about who is the best player of all time. I'm going to say I have factual stating that Bill Russell's the best player, NBA player of all time.
Exactly. See, this is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, good example. LeBron James. Who's better, LeBron or Michael Jordan? That's a choice. Yeah. The facts are Jordan has more rings. LeBron has played for more teams. Jordan played sick one day. We don't know if LeBron ever played. These are facts. He's not going to argue with me. Well, Jordan rings ain't valid. No, he got the rings. That's a fact. Move on to another topic. If you can't agree to certain basic facts, we can't see your point of view because sometimes your facts change mid conversation. Mm-hmm. And at which point,
yeah.
And once you do that once or twice, 3 times, whatever, men stop listening to you. We just take it on fact that you can't be discussed with this topic. If you do that too many times or too many women in our lives do it, we just shut down all of it. What's the point of talking to two? I don't have meaningful conversation with 5-year-olds. Dang, did I say that right? Is that me?
No.
But I don't have meaningful conversations with 5-year-olds. And if you can't stick to a perspective, if you can't back up your conversation, then you're not having an adult conversation.
And this topic we're talking about is definitely a relationship topic, right? Yeah. This is a relationship topic from someone's relationship experience. So first thing we need to do before we do it, deep dive through all the other points, is really understand that we cannot have a conversation about your point of view, which means perspective. Mm-hmm. That's the definition of perspective, point of view. I can't have a conversation about XYZ if you think your point of view looking at it is valid. If I think this is my point of view versus my point of view, we'll never come to an agreement. So that's number one. We got to stop trying to figure out. Men, we are not mind readers.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. If you want something done or XYZ, say it.
Preach.
Say exactly
from the
what it is.
mountaintop.
Say exactly what it is. I don't got time to try to figure you out XYZ.
I hate puzzles.
Like, there's so many things in life I have to really not figure out. There's so many things I have to do and stress and live XYZ. You're trying to figure out your way that you think and how this. If you want to do XYZ, say, baby, I want to do this. Bet, all right, baby, let's go here. Bet, let's do this.
Well,
Don't hit me with the, I'm hungry. Okay, we want to eat. I don't know.
Take your time, Pastor.
I mean, that's another argument in the current relationship because I'm hungry. Okay, baby, let's go get you. Let's go to Chipotle.
No.
I don't want this. I'm not totally. Okay, all right. I want Chick-fil-A. No, I don't want no Chick-fil-A today. All right, we'll go to a restaurant. No, I don't want to sit down nowhere. I want to get something quick.
Okay. Well, what do you want?
I don't know. And then now we in a whole argument because I'm driving down the highway, passing all these restaurants, but you don't know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and if you want something, then tell me exactly what you want. Don't tell me that you're hungry. Tell me what you want.
Mm-hmm.
See that right there? Not, I'm hungry. Tell me, hey, I got a taste for this. Okay, I can find that for you. Let's go. Now, don't hit me with the blanket statement, I'm hungry. But then we get in an argument because I don't want to go here, you know this and that. Like, come on, man.
Preach, Pastor.
So what I'm saying, we are not mind readers. And honestly, I don't care to try to read your mind. Because when I want something, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Point blank, period.
Exactly.
Now, not all men do this, but mature men, we do. We say we would want. One got time in candy coat XYZ. And how you look, I don't care about that.
Nah.
Hey, he's so selfish. You don't care. No. I don't have time. Because one thing we can't get back is time. People dying every day. I can't get time back. Say what you need. I ain't got time to figure out if it's a puzzle. But anyway, I'm digressing. Maybe I'm putting my feelings into this.
No, you did get into your feelings. But you know what? I'm not mad because this question is at the crux of so much wrong with everything we deal with. I'm gonna go for my little tangent for a moment. Seriously, I mean, I don't have solid points, but everything you said was true. Here's the thing. One of my best supervisors I've ever had was a woman. If women are capable of having logical thought processes and everything, one of my best supervisors, and I work in a very technical field, was a woman, period. End of the sentence. She was on it. That's cool. But that's a work that's in a set field with set guidelines, processes, and procedures that we've all agreed to work by because we work there.
Right.
That's cool. But when we get home, and once again, how you want to raise your kids, you know? What I actually told my friend that I don't really like being around her and her kid because I find that she operates in a state of controlled chaos. Right?
What do you mean by that?
Well, the kids making noise, the kids tearing up, the house is some days the house.
I know the feeling. Okay, I wish you were the same thing. I agree.
The house sometimes the house be spotless, meticulous.
But you know why?
And then the next day it looked like a bomb hit it. Well, I don't understand.
And I understand why you feel that way because you want to say something.
Oh,
you want to control this chaos, which is like, this is not my kids, this is not my place. But now I'm getting frustrated because it's eating at me. It's like, oh my God, these kids don't know what, baby, you know what? I'm about to head out. But when the kids are not here or they sleep or whatever, hit me up because I just
controlled.
I like them, but
chaos.
It's not my place to step in. And then she might feel some way about that. Like, you know what? Maybe I should remove myself out of that situation altogether.
Or even better, if you can't take me and my kids, I guess I should go.
Yeah, should go. But mind you, you're taking it wrong. It's not that he don't like your kids. He doesn't have the authority at that moment to control those kids. But it shows the kind of character that you have. Like, you can't control these kids, and like, you don't hear them screaming. You don't hear this. I don't work well with noise. But continue. I mean, jump into that.
Well, but
I understand.
Same thing. Once again, that part, even with the controlled chaos. If I see, because I had another friend with a dog. Oh my God. It was
he barked the whole time.
Chihuahua. Oh my God. I hate.
You want to kick it.
But she loved that little rat thing, right? Here's the thing, bruh. At one point, I went over there with one of my boys, and the dog was just barking and barking. And my boy looked at me, and I looked at him. I just shook my head quietly. You know what I'm saying? And she asked him at one point, "You know anybody with a dog?" My boy said something I wasn't willing to say because I still wanted to have sex.
No, because they bark too much.
He said, "Nobody want this little loud." When you ain't got nothing to lose, you can say the truth.
Like, hey, this ain't my girl.
He said, I don't know anybody want this little loud ass dog. Look at all this noise. Nobody want this.
He couldn't wait to get that out.
Bruh, I'm looking at him like this. When she turned around, I was like, appreciate you, man.
Thank you. I wanted to say that.
I have said it nicer, but it looked like it hurt her feelings, but your dog was undisciplined. Your dog you don't have to have a barking dog. That's a choice for you. Just like crying bad children.
I train all that.
Yeah. I don't have bad children at my house. I would discipline, hey, ladies, future reference, if ever you run up on a self-to-dark child in real life, if you got kids, I don't deal with bad kids. I will discipline your child. If you don't want your child disciplined, don't come to my house. And I'm not putting my hands on them.
I'm going to talk to him.
But I'm not.
Stern.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got a problem with that? Like, you know what? I respect that it is your kid. See you later.
Bye. I don't have to put up with your bad kids.
Nah.
I do. I hate an unruly child because my mama would have knocked my teeth clean out my head for 95% of the stuff I say now. Anyway, so I would discipline your child. If you don't want your child disciplined, keep them on the leash or keep them at the house. If you're going to bring them out in public, your freedom ends the moment it intersects with someone else's freedoms. And I should be free not to hear a disruly, unrespectful, unruly child. That's all I'm going to say about that. But that's the whole point. That's why we can't understand y'all perspective.
Yes.
Y'all, I would like women to choose a perspective. Choose one. I don't have to like it, but if I know what you are thinking, at least I know how to deal with you. I know how racists think. I know racists don't like me. I know racists don't like the color of my skin and the actions I take. That's fine because I can deal with racists. I know what I'm dealing with. I know what I'm dealing with when I run up on a gang member. They're gang members. I might get robbed, shot, or killed. I might not want to F with them. Why? Because they're gang members.
Bang, bang.
But you can't just have it all ways. You can't be a queen. You can't be a queen, a ratchet, a thought, and a lady. You cannot be all four. You got to pick one. If you're a ratchet, be a ratchet. If you're a queen, be a queen. If you're a real lady, be a real lady. Quit trying to wear every single hat and then get mad when men can't figure it out.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep this one short because we got more topics to come regarding this topic. Yeah. It's part one. But before we get into the whole conversation, we just want to let you know your perspective, your point of view is not a good way to have any conversation or debates, whatever it may be. Because right now, before we get into other topics, we stuck right there. Like, so what is a woman's perspective? Like, you have to tell me what a man's perspective is so I can fully understand. And based on the Google search, and there's nothing ready to kind of pinpoint what exactly it is.
Even the conversation, even the
definition was like,
definition got us confused.
So right now alone, I'm confused, and I still don't have a key of what a woman's point of view is. So to have an argument or a debate on your point of view in a relationship is going to be scary from the beginning because right now it's unstable.
And truth be told, it's bad because men are failing this test all day, every day. Keep going, bro. I just want to point it out.
No, that's it. I just want to. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next Sunday, 3 p.m. Please tune in to the Chop Team. Set the Dark Child with twinsinc. Social media, the Chop Team. The Chop Team at email, Instagram. Follow us. Tap in. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
And once again, this is part one.
Part one.
Of the 5 series.
It's going down the rabbit hole.
Woo! All right, yeah, we out.
Oh.